Everyone, Chief Forecaster David here, KATX, coming on the air to give you guys an update on weather this morning. The reason why I'm home today is because I have not been feeling good at all for the past few days, so I've gotten bored, so I decided to come on the air today and give you an update on the weather. So let's go ahead and get to the latest details here. Here's the storms that I'm tracking for you. These are some intense storms. Those little purple dots you see, those are some hail with these storms, and these storms are coming closer and closer into Florida, and there are special marine warnings with these storms into the water right now, and there's a possibility that a water spouts could be possible in those areas. So again, a large area seeing storms in Florida right now. These are not severe well, I guess they're strong, but they're not severe. And again, the worst of the storms are about to come on land into Florida. And also, there's a slight risk of level 2 to 5 severe weather in that general area as of right now. And then I think, okay, if I'm correct here, I'm having some lagging issues. I just noticed my camera is lagging so bad. So if it is, I apologize. All right. Making your way up into southern Mississippi. There's a special marine warning over here as well. Definitely an intense storm over there. Let me go back to Attic here. I think it's less laggy on Attic, so let's do that. Yeah, it's way better. So back to Attic radar. Again, there's are those special marine warnings, and again, you can see that. Yeah, let's try that again. You can see that small hail core trying to develop, and again, I have a storm track on it, and according to the latest storm track, it's pointing this way. I wish I could do a timeline on here, like tell you who could be impacted. So with this line of storms, it's going to be in this general idea. So this little blue I made there, this is the general path of where the storm is going. So areas include, I don't see anything, it's the ocean, but this is some areas, maybe Everglades National Park, Hamilton Place, Leon Hamilton Place, the Watson's Place, Trail City, Pinecrest, 10 Mile Center. Heads up, got an intense storm coming your direction with some weak rotation with the latest scan. So here's the latest scan right now. And again, definitely some strong winds with this storm. Why did it take me off velocity? But again, here's the storm. Green is coming towards the radar. Red's going away from the radar. I had noticed some rotation up in this general area several minutes ago, but that has weakened off. And that opposed me to come on the air and give you guys an update on storm. So again, we have a water spout. Or possible water spout. This expires here in about 6 minutes. New scan came out, same thing. But this water spout or this alert ends at 10:45 this morning. with our newest update here. And then all these expire in 6 minutes, but this one expires later actually, in about 36 minutes. So again, that's the latest on what's going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to regular programming. I'm Chief Forecaster David, and that was a weather alert. All right. Good morning, everyone. Here's a national KATX weather update. Again, I'm Chief Forecaster David for KATX, a weather station in Central Texas, for the Austin and San Antonio area. Today, we're doing national weather since there's nothing happening here in the Austin area. So let's go ahead and jump national here. So here's the latest on weather alerts. We have now two special marine warnings, almost one special marine warning. This is down in just outside of Florida. This is in the Gulf right now, and again, these are producing some small hail perhaps in the Gulf right now, but definitely some interesting looks with the storms. Here's the latest outlook potential. Oh, I need to fix that. So according to this one here, this supposed to go this way to the north. This little cell here And according to the hardcore of the storm, especially go this way. So again, our tracker of storms is obviously all over the place, but a huge area of rain. And if I'm correct, there is a flood watch or a flash flood watch out currently in this area to speak of right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's uh, severe risk down here in Florida. Today, we have a slight risk, a level 2 out of 5 for strong to severe thunderstorms, perhaps down in this general area. So this includes uh, the Key West area, the national parks of Dry Tigris, Key West National Wildlife Marathon, Layton, Key Large in this, and then we have a level 1 out of 5 for strong storms, possibly, and maybe a low grade severe storm in this general area for southern Fort Lauderdale, parts of Miami, and Everland's National Park, and part southern Marco Island. That marginal risk for severe weather. Tornado threat today. Oh, we do have a 5% tour risk down towards Key West and a 2% risk towards Miami. So it's actually a little bit concerning. We'll have to see what happens with tornadoes or water spouts later today. Also, we have a wind threat too, so be aware. If you're in this general area, we have same risk. So wind and tornadoes are the top two concerns. Actually, I think flooding. No, flooding's the number one concern. And then it's wind, then it's tornadoes, and then it's a very low hail threat, but we do have one in place generally for this area. And then if we make our way back up into other northwestern parts of Florida here, look at this. Another area of Florida and a severe threat. So Tallahassee, Panama City, Pensacola, Destin, San Rosa Beach, Crestview, Mobile, Gulfport, and new parts of Louisiana and that marginal risk. So again, this is another area where we have the possibility for some strong storms, maybe a low-grade severe storm. There is a tornado threat. It's on the low side, though. It's not a 5% like in far, far south Florida, but still can't rule out an isolated tornado or two in that general area. And then our wind or hail threat isn't super bad. It's very low as well. I mean, that's our wind threat. Also, our hail threat is the same. Overall, not that concerned. If so, a strong storm or two could be possible, producing some small hail, gusty winds, and maybe, maybe, just maybe, a tornado. All right, now let's talk about tomorrow's severe threat here. And again, it's mainly for the same areas for tomorrow. So we have that marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 for severe weather for Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Key West area for storms. And this is something we'll have to monitor very closely. We take a look at the tornado threat for tomorrow. It's there. That's not it. Let's try that again. Tomorrow's tornado threat for Florida. Is it there? Okay, it is. I'm like, so here it is. Here's tomorrow's tornado threat. So again, the exact same areas under a tornado threat. Also under a wind threat, and even under a hail threats as well. So almost severe weather possible, perhaps some flooding as well. Now let's go. This is tomorrow's outlook now. So let's go ahead and jump all the way to the Carolinas here. This is North Carolina. So Kitty Hawk, New Bern, Havelock, east of Jacksonville, northeast of Williamson, North Carolina. There's a marginal risk for some storms. There is a very low tornado threat, so maybe a spin up tornado or two, maybe even a water spout. There is a wind threat, and there's also a hail threat. Actually, I guess there's no hail threats because it's not working. So no hail threats. So never mind. And now let's go to day 3. This is Sunday. Now we need to focus our attention to Sunday here because this looks like a classic setup of severe weather. Look at this. A giant area under a marginal risk for severe. Let me try that again. A giant area under a risk for severe weather for tomorrow. On Sunday, and then we have a large area and a slight risk for strong to severe storms. So we zoom in: Oklahoma City, Norman, Woodward, Wichita, Hutchin, Great Bend, Hayes, Dodge City, all in that level 2 risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. We have a marginal risk out for Tulsa, Bartersville, Coffeyville, Emporia, Topeka, Manhattan, McCook, Goodland, Garden City, Elk City, Wichita Falls, McKinney, Dallas, Fort Worth, DFW, Brownwood, Abilene, San Angelo, even including parts of my viewing area, Mason County, even parts of Llano and Gillespie County, Junction, El Dorado, also in this marginal risk. So it looks like a very classic area of severe weather. Maybe even some supercells could try to develop maybe in this general area in that slight risk zone. So something we'll have to monitor very closely. And again, if I'm correct, it should be a cold front that should be passing through. And then we have a day 4 severe threat. If I'm correct, it's somewhere in that area or somewhere around that zone where we have that threat for severe weather. So that's the latest on severe weather for the next 3 days across the country. Let's go ahead and jump back to the weather currently that's happening right now, where we do have a few strong storms out there. And a new update just came out, a brand new special marine warning with a waterspout possible, about to make its way onto land, probably in about a half an hour until this does make it to land. But waterspout and wind gusts up to 50 knots. Let's take a look at velocity here to see if we can see anything rotating. See a little white dot? That is some small hail trying to pop up. So if any rotation were to happen to be in this general area right now, it's very weak for rotation wise right now. All right, as you can tell, I'm starting to lose my voice. The reason I'm home today is because I'm sick. Otherwise, I'd be at school right now, but I just have not been feeling well the past few days. And anyways, that's your update on weather right now. I'm Chief Forecaster David for KATX, a station in Austin. But today we're doing national weather. So thank you for joining me with this update. Next live weather update will start at 10 a.m. This was a weather alert. Thank you for joining me. And I have a newscast at 10 a.m. for KATX on Channel 5, so that's in about 3.5 minutes. So I have to quickly change to better looking clothes. So let me quickly do an update on the radar here, and I'll still have the stream going during my newscast. Newscast is like 30 minutes long; it's not that long, but I'll probably hop in one time during my newscast. So it's only a 30-minute newscast. So right now I'm on. So I got about 2.5 minutes here until my newscast starts. So let's go ahead and quickly talk about what's going on real quick. So special marine warning. Water spout possible. This is until 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central. Water spouts in nearly 50 knots, 50 knots possibly with this storm. And let's see if there's any rotation. I'm not seeing a whole lot. We'll have to see if this could try strengthening up. Maybe this could be something, I don't know. But right now, we'll have to see if that strengthens up. We could have a water spout try to come on the ground. But the stronger part of the storm is about to make its way on shore here soon. So that's the latest update with that. So again, I'll keep you guys up to date. Just wait for me because I gotta hop on Channel 5, which is a station in Central Texas and South Texas. So I gotta set up for a newscast at 10 a.m. and that's about 2.5 minutes. And my voice is definitely gonna die because I'm sick and I'm like my throat just keeps my talking just dries out. So I don't know. All right. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this update. I will keep you guys up to date. I'll have one update during the 10 o'clock hour from 10 a.m. to 10:30. I'll probably have two more updates at 10:30 to 11. So I got to switch over to nicer clothes. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys back here in about 15 minutes.
brothers for many reasons, including they shared the same vision and belief system on how to do it right. And so we all came together.
I think the first thing to understand is the metaverse is
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. David here. This morning, again, we have a special marine warning just outside of Florida right now. Water spout is possible. This is until 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central Time. If you look very closely, there is a little small hail core trying to develop. If we zoom into the storm here, there is an area of rotation that has now developed. There's even some purple trying to pop up now. So this is the tiny area of spin that we're now beginning to see. So again, this is the area of weak rotation, but again, it is something new that just popped up, and actually, it very well may be a water spout trying to
storm was producing hail. All right, let's take a producing hail. All right.
All right, good late morning, everyone. Chief Forecaster David here, giving you guys another update on storms ongoing in Florida, also in the coast or in the Gulf right now. So first off, let's go to Miami here, where we have a waterspout possible. The special marine warning expires here soon, but the hail core is really starting to strengthen up. To be honest, I think if this storm was on land, it would probably be a special weather statement. Not gonna lie. But we did have some rotation earlier, and here's the area. Well, let me zoom in, actually. This is the potential area of some rotation. If we get a tornado warning, because I'm about to end the stream, guys, by the way, but if we get a tornado warning or anything like that, I'm going to come back on here, or probably some other device, and give you guys an update on that storm if a warning happens, only if it happens. And then making our way over into Florida or Louisiana. Over here, we have another special marine warning which expires in about 1 second. It was because of this little line of storms. It's just because of the wind. So now it's 10:30 in the morning. That's all I got for right now, guys, with storms. I appreciate you joining me this morning. Weather update or the threats of your weather day, and I'll see you guys back here soon. So stay safe out there.
Looking at the sunset and maybe seeing some billowing clouds off to the north and west.